The natural world is a boundless, ever-shifting stage, where the most extraordinary dramas unfold far from the eyes of humankind. As the first rays of sunlight pierce the misty canopy, a symphony of life awakens. Every leaf, every shadow, every whisper of wind carries the promise of a new story, one of survival, rivalry, and adaptation. In the heart of tangled jungles, beneath the golden haze of arid deserts, and within the silent blue depths of the ocean, life is a relentless contest. Here, every creature is both actor and audience in a perpetual play of instinct and ingenuity. For the inhabitants of these wild realms, each dawn brings a new set of challenges. A herd of antelope must navigate the open savanna, ever watchful for the silent approach of a stalking lioness. In the dense undergrowth, a tiny rodent freezes as the shadow of an owl glides overhead, its fate hanging by a thread. Every animal is armed with a unique arsenal: the lion's crushing jaws, the tiger's retractable claws, the chameleon's uncanny ability to vanish into its surroundings. These are not mere curiosities, but the result of countless generations of evolution, each adaptation honed for a specific purpose. Some creatures rely on unity. Flocks of birds wheel in perfect synchrony to confuse predators, while wolf packs coordinate with silent precision to bring down prey many times their size. Others, like the stick insect, trust in invisibility, blending seamlessly into the tapestry of leaves and branches. Each adaptation is a lifeline, whether it's the stealth of a predator inching through tall grass, the vigilance of a bird defending its fragile nest, or the fierce determination of an animal holding its ground against an intruder. Among the most mesmerizing spectacles are the confrontations involving snakes, creatures that embody both elegance and danger. Their presence is felt in the hush of the jungle, in the ripple of grass, in the sudden stillness before a strike. With bodies built for stealth, snakes glide through their world almost unseen, their scales catching the dappled light as they move with hypnotic fluidity. Each movement is calculated, every pause a potential ambush. Some wield venom of astonishing potency, a single drop capable of paralyzing or ending life in moments. The strike of a viper is a blur, precision and lethality combined in a fraction of a second. Others, like the boa and python, rely on sheer strength. Their muscular coils constrict with relentless force, each breath of their prey squeezed away in a silent, inescapable embrace. Yet even these formidable hunters are not invincible. The wild is a place of shifting fortunes, where a snake may become the hunted, darting for cover as talons descend from above, or vanishing into leaf litter to escape a prowling predator. Their adversaries are as varied as the landscapes they inhabit. A mongoose, quick and fearless, circles a cobra with calculated steps. An eagle, eyes sharp as polished glass, plummets from the sky in a blur of feathers and fury. Even the stealthy wild cat, muscles rippling beneath its fur, stalks the serpent with patient resolve. Rivalries erupt not only between species but within them. Monitor lizards and crocodiles challenge snakes for supremacy, while serpents themselves engage in fierce, twisting battles, each seeking dominance, territory, or a mate. Every encounter is a gamble, a contest, where the stakes are nothing less than life itself. The tension is palpable. A single misstep can mean the difference between triumph and tragedy. In this journey, we will immerse ourselves in these hidden dramas, witnessing the split-second decisions and breathtaking displays of power that define the wild. Picture the thunderous standoff between an elephant and a pride of lions, each weighing the risks and rewards of confrontation. The air crackles with anticipation, every muscle tensed for action. In the murky swamps, a python coils around an alligator, the struggle churning the water into a froth of scales and teeth. Each twist and turn is a testament to the raw, unfiltered power of nature. On the forest floor, a mongoose launches itself at a cobra, their movements a blur of agility and precision. The outcome hangs in the balance, determined by split-second timing and unwavering resolve. These are not staged encounters, but authentic moments, raw, unscripted, and governed by the ancient laws of the wild. Each battle is a chapter in the ongoing saga of life, written in tooth and claw. We will examine the arsenal each animal brings to these contests, the python's suffocating grip, the cobra's venomous strike, the mongoose's lightning reflexes. Above, raptors descend with breathtaking speed, talons extended, their vision locked on the slightest movement below. Each dive is a calculated risk, a testament to the precision of evolution. Every confrontation is a story of courage and instinct, of creatures pushing the limits of their abilities in the relentless pursuit of survival. We will slip through the undergrowth, see through the eyes of a watchful predator, and feel the tension that electrifies the air before the first move is made. Witness the astonishing bravery of a tiny bird defending its nest from a snake many times its size, darting and diving with unwavering determination until the threat retreats. Observe the intricate ballet of two snakes locked in combat, their bodies twisting and coiling, in a contest of strength and endurance, each maneuver a calculated attempt to gain the upper hand. The wild is a realm of constant tension and surprise, where a single heartbeat can tip the scales from predator to prey, from hunter to hunted. These encounters are more than mere battles. They are the threads that weave the intricate tapestry of the ecosystem. Each interaction, whether a fleeting standoff or a drawn-out struggle, shapes the balance of life, ensuring that every species, from the smallest insect to the apex predator, has its place in the grand design. Prepare to be captivated by the untamed power, the subtle intelligence, and the breathtaking beauty of the wild, where every moment is a story, and every story is a testament to the enduring spirit of life. In the secretive world of serpents, most species lead lives of solitude, gliding silently through their habitats, rarely encountering others of their kind. Yet, when two snakes cross paths, the encounter can ignite a dramatic and often deadly confrontation, shaped by millions of years of evolution and survival instincts. These clashes are not mere accidents. They are high-stakes contests for vital resources, food, territory, or the right to reproduce. Each battle is a test of physical prowess, venom potency, and tactical intelligence. When two snakes meet, their initial interactions are often cautious. They size each other up, reading subtle cues in posture and movement, each calculating the risks and rewards of engagement. Sometimes a single flick of the tongue or a shift in body language is enough to trigger a full-scale battle. In the wetlands of North America, a classic showdown unfolds between the venomous Cottonmouth and the formidable Rattlesnake. Both are apex predators in their own right, but their strategies differ dramatically. The Cottonmouth, or water moccasin, is notorious for its aggressive temperament. When threatened, it displays its gaping white mouth as a warning, but in battle, it wastes no time on intimidation. With lightning speed, the Cottonmouth launches a strike, aiming to deliver a precise injection of cytotoxic venom. Its fangs are designed to penetrate deeply, maximizing the delivery of toxins that rapidly destroy tissue and disrupt vital functions. The rattlesnake, equipped with its own potent venom and signature rattle, may attempt to defend itself with a warning buzz or a retaliatory strike. However, the Cottonmouth's relentless assault can quickly tip the balance, overwhelming the rattlesnake before it can mount an effective defense. The aftermath is grim and efficient, one venomous predator consuming another, a stark reminder of the unforgiving hierarchy within the snake world. Across the dense forests of Asia, the king cobra reigns supreme as the world's longest venomous snake. Unlike most serpents, the king cobra specializes in hunting other snakes, including highly venomous species. This apex predator is an Ophiophagus. Its diet consists almost exclusively of other snakes. Its hunting strategy is a blend of patience, stealth, and overwhelming force. When a king cobra encounters a large rat snake, the scene is tense. The cobra assesses its opponent, using its keen senses to detect even the slightest movement or chemical cue. The king cobra's approach is methodical. It stalks its prey, minimizing noise and vibration, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. With a sudden burst of speed, the cobra delivers a precise bite, injecting a massive dose of neurotoxic venom. This venom acts swiftly, paralyzing the prey's nervous system and rendering it helpless within moments. The rat snake's muscles go limp as the venom takes hold, its body succumbing to the cobra's lethal efficiency. The king cobra maintains its grip, ensuring the prey is fully subdued before beginning the arduous process of swallowing it whole, a feat that can take hours and requires remarkable flexibility and strength. Not all snake battles are decided by venom. In some encounters, brute strength and physical dominance are the deciding factors. Constrictors, such as the king snake, rely on muscular power rather than toxins. These snakes are immune to the venom of many of their rivals, allowing them to target even the most dangerous adversaries. The king snake, widespread across the Americas, is a master of constriction. Its encounters with other snakes are calculated and swift. Immune to the venom of pit vipers, the king snake attacks with confidence, using its powerful coils to subdue prey that would be lethal to most other predators. In the arid landscapes of the American Southwest, a king snake may ambush a patch-nosed snake, launching a rapid assault that leaves little chance for escape. The king snake seizes its prey and instantly wraps its body around it, applying pressure with each muscular contraction. With every heartbeat of the victim, the coils tighten, restricting blood flow and oxygen, leading to rapid unconsciousness and a swift end. This method is not only effective, but minimizes risk to the predator, allowing the king snake to overpower even venomous rivals without suffering a bite. Yet, not all snake confrontations are about predation. In many species, rivalry for territory or mates leads to ritualized combat. When two male cobras compete, they engage in a mesmerizing display known as the combat dance. This ritual is a test of strength and endurance, not venom. The cobras rise up, intertwining their bodies and pushing against each other, each striving to force his rival's head to the ground. This contest is a display of stamina and balance, with neither snake resorting to their deadly venom. The goal is dominance, not destruction. Such ritualized battles allow snakes to resolve disputes without fatal consequences, preserving both combatants for future encounters and maintaining the stability of their populations. The defeated snake, exhausted and outmaneuvered, retreats to safety, while the victor claims territory or access to a mate, his dominance established without bloodshed. From venomous duels to constrictor ambushes and ritualized dances of dominance, snake-on-snake battles reveal a world of complex strategies, specialized adaptations, and relentless competition, each encounter a testament to the remarkable diversity and ingenuity of these ancient reptiles. When we picture the titans of the snake world, it's the immense constrictors, pythons and anacondas that dominate the imagination. These serpents are not just large, they are living engines of muscle and patience, perfectly adapted to a life of silent, calculated predation. Unlike their venomous cousins, these giants rely on raw strength and stealth. Their bodies ripple with power, each muscle fiber primed for the moment when opportunity strikes. In the tangled undergrowth or along muddy riverbanks, a python may set its sights on prey that dwarfs what most predators would dare to challenge: warthogs, deer, or even crocodilians. The hunt begins long before the strike, with the snake lying motionless for hours, sometimes days, blending seamlessly into the dappled light and shadow. In the Florida wetlands, the invasive Burmese python faces a formidable native, the American alligator. Here, the balance of power is delicate, and every encounter is a test of strength, patience, and timing. A mature alligator, armored and armed with a crushing bite, is nearly untouchable. but a juvenile, separated from its mother's protection, becomes a target. The python's approach is slow, deliberate, each movement calculated to avoid detection by the alligator's keen senses. When the moment arrives, the python explodes from cover, jaws agape, seizing the alligator in a lightning-fast strike. Instantly, its coils encircle the struggling reptile, muscles contracting with relentless force. The python's constriction is a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. Each coil is placed with precision, targeting the chest and abdomen, restricting movement and preventing the prey from drawing breath. Contrary to popular belief, the python does not simply crush bones. Instead, it senses the heartbeat and breathing of its victim, tightening its grip with every exhale, making escape impossible. The prey's desperate attempts to break free only hasten its end. As the animal exhales, the coils constrict further, cutting off circulation and oxygen, leading to a rapid, silent demise. Blood flow to the brain and vital organs is halted, and within moments the struggle ceases. The python's patience is rewarded with a meal that may sustain it for weeks. On the open grasslands, a young wild boar, separated from its herd, becomes another target. The python's ambush is aided by the tall grasses, which mask its approach until the very last second. Camouflage is the python's greatest ally. It remains utterly still, its patterned scales blending with the earth and foliage. When the boar draws near, the python launches forward, its jaws locking onto the prey as its coils snap shut. In the flooded forests and swamps of South America, the green anaconda reigns as the heaviest snake on earth. Its aquatic lifestyle gives it a unique advantage, allowing it to approach prey unseen beneath the water's surface. Weighing over 200 pounds, the anaconda glides silently through the shallows, its eyes and nostrils just above the waterline, scanning for movement along the muddy banks. The caiman, a fierce predator in its own right, patrols the same waters. Yet, for a fully grown anaconda, even this armored reptile is not beyond reach. The attack is sudden, a surge from below, jaws clamping onto the caiman's neck or torso. The anaconda's immense bulk drags the thrashing reptile beneath the surface, where the struggle becomes a battle of endurance. The anaconda's coils immobilize the caiman's jaws and tail, neutralizing its most dangerous weapons. The water muffles the sounds of the struggle, and the caiman's powerful limbs are rendered useless against the snake's relentless grip. Beneath the surface, the anaconda's ability to hold its breath for up to 10 minutes gives it a decisive edge. The caiman, deprived of air and unable to break free, eventually succumbs. Both pythons and anacondas are masters of adaptation. They adjust their hunting strategies to suit the terrain and the behavior of their prey, whether stalking through dense jungle, lurking in murky water, or waiting in ambush along animal trails. At the water's edge, a python may wait submerged, only its nostrils exposed. When a duck lands nearby, the snake erupts from the shallows, seizing the bird and dragging it beneath the surface before it can react. In the pitch-black depths of Caribbean caves, young pythons employ a different tactic. Suspended from the ceiling, they use heat-sensing pits to track the fluttering bodies of bats as they navigate the darkness. With impeccable timing, the python strikes, snatching a bat from mid-air in a display of precision and speed that leaves no room for error. Across continents and habitats, these great constrictors reveal the astonishing diversity of their hunting prowess. Whether overpowering armored reptiles, swift mammals, or agile birds, their success is a testament to the power of patience, adaptation, and the relentless force of nature. Across the wild landscapes of our planet, snakes are often seen as apex predators, stealthy, venomous, and supremely adapted for ambush. Yet the mammalian world is filled with species that have evolved remarkable strategies to confront, outwit, and even prey upon these formidable reptiles. In the grasslands and forests of Africa and Asia, the mongoose stands out as a legendary snake adversary. With a body built for speed and a nervous system finely tuned for rapid response, the mongoose approaches a cobra with calculated caution. Its fur is dense and coarse, providing some protection against glancing strikes, while its reflexes allow it to read the slightest twitch of the snake's muscles. During a confrontation, the mongoose circles the cobra, never presenting a predictable target. It provokes the snake into repeated strikes, each one a burst of energy that leaves the cobra incrementally more fatigued. The mongoose's movements are a blur, darting in, feinting, and leaping back, until the snake's reactions slow. Only then does the mongoose commit, delivering a precise, crushing bite to the base of the snake's skull, instantly severing the connection between brain and body. This efficiency is not just a display of agility, but a product of evolutionary arms races where only the most adept survive. In the arid deserts of North America, the bobcat faces a different challenge, the rattlesnake. Here, the stakes are high, as a single miscalculation can mean a fatal dose of venom. The bobcat's approach is methodical. It studies the rattlesnake's posture, reading the subtle cues of agitation or calm. With each step, the bobcat keeps its body low, muscles coiled, eyes locked on the snake's head. When the moment is right, the bobcat uses its powerful forelimbs to deliver rapid, calculated swipes at the rattlesnake's head. These strikes are not random, they are aimed to disorient, to force the snake to strike at empty air and to exhaust its reserves. The bobcat's thick fur and quick reflexes provide a margin of safety, but it is the cat's patience and precision that ultimately win the day. Once the snake is sufficiently weakened, the bobcat closes in, delivering a fatal bite to the neck, ending the encounter with clinical finality. Smaller mammals, too, have developed astonishing anti-snake tactics. In the deserts of Africa and the Middle East, the fennec fox and the sandcat are both expert snake hunters. The fennec fox, with its oversized ears, can detect the faintest rustle of a viper moving beneath the sand. It stalks with silent steps, using its acute hearing to triangulate the snake's exact position before launching a sudden targeted attack. The sandcat, meanwhile, relies on stealth and speed. Its padded paws allow it to move almost soundlessly across the dunes. When it encounters a snake, the sandcat unleashes a barrage of rapid strikes, using its agility to stay just out of reach of the viper's fangs. These attacks are designed to confuse and wear down the snake, making it vulnerable to a decisive bite. The ecological significance of these confrontations is profound. By preying on snakes, these mammals help regulate reptile populations, maintaining a delicate balance within their ecosystems. Their presence can influence the behavior and distribution of snakes, shaping the dynamics of predator and prey across entire habitats. Even among the most unexpected mammals, remarkable anti-snake strategies emerge. The skunk, for example, is not typically seen as a predator, yet it can be a formidable opponent for certain snakes. When a rat snake attempts to raid a nest in the branches of a tree, a skunk may intercept it. Displaying surprising agility, the skunk can hang upside down from a branch, evading the snake's strikes with acrobatic finesse. From this position, it delivers a series of sharp, targeted bites, forcing the snake into retreat. These encounters are not merely battles of strength or venom, but contests of adaptation, intelligence, and evolutionary innovation. Each mammal brings a unique set of tools to the fight, whether it's the mongoose's lightning reflexes, the bobcat's tactical patience, the fennec fox's acute senses, or the skunk's unexpected agility. Ultimately, these showdowns reveal a deeper truth about the natural world. Survival often favors those who can adapt, improvise, and exploit the weaknesses of even the most dangerous adversaries. In the ongoing drama between mammals and snakes, it is not always the largest or most venomous that prevails, but the most resourceful and resilient. These epic confrontations are a testament to the complexity and ingenuity of life in the wild, where every encounter shapes the future of both predator and prey. In the wild, snakes are formidable on the ground, but their mastery ends where the sky begins. Above them, a world of silent wings and razor-sharp talons unfolds, a realm where serpents are vulnerable, and the hunters are swift, precise, and relentless. Birds of prey, equipped with extraordinary vision and lethal weaponry, dominate this aerial domain. From the moment a snake slithers into the open, it risks being spotted by a raptor, soaring hundreds of feet above, its eyes capable of detecting the faintest movement against the earth. The diversity of avian hunters is astonishing. Towering eagles with wingspans that cast shadows over the land can subdue even the largest serpents, while nimble shrikes and fearless drongos harass smaller snakes with relentless persistence. Each species has evolved its own specialized tactics, honed by generations of survival. The attack is a masterclass in timing. Raptors often circle high above, waiting for the perfect moment when a snake is exposed and distracted. With a sudden burst of speed, the bird folds its wings and plunges earthward, talons extended, aiming for the vulnerable head or midsection of its prey. For snakes, the open ground is a perilous place. Their camouflage, so effective against terrestrial threats, offers little protection from the piercing gaze of a hawk or kite. Birds exploit this, using the element of surprise and the advantage of altitude to strike with devastating efficiency. Among the most dramatic aerial assaults is the hunt between sea eagles and sea snakes. The white-bellied sea eagle, a master of coastal skies, patrols vast stretches of ocean, searching for the telltale ripple of a snake surfacing for air. Sea snakes, though armed with potent venom, are forced to break cover and breathe. This brief moment at the surface is their greatest vulnerability, a fleeting window that the eagle has learned to exploit with ruthless precision. With wings stretched nearly 7 feet across, the eagle glides effortlessly, scanning the waves. Its vision is so acute that it can spot a snake from hundreds of meters away, even as the reptile weaves just beneath the surface. When the moment comes, the eagle tucks its wings and dives, slicing through the air at astonishing speed. The descent is silent, calculated, and utterly lethal. Talons outstretched, the eagle seizes the snake in a single, fluid motion, lifting it from the water before the serpent can react. The grip is unyielding, pinning the snake's head to prevent any chance of a venomous bite. The victorious raptor ascends, its prey writhing helplessly. High above the waves, the eagle returns to its nest, where the spoils of the hunt will feed its young, a testament to the unforgiving balance of predator and prey. Not all avian assaults occur in the air. On the ground, certain birds have developed remarkable strategies to confront and overcome snakes, even those armed with deadly venom. The lapwing, for example, is a master of psychological warfare. When a cobra invades its territory, the lapwing stands its ground, using bold displays and piercing calls to intimidate and distract the intruder. Rather than relying on brute strength, the lapwing employs a strategy of endurance and deception. It circles the snake, darting in and out, provoking strike after strike while staying just out of reach. Each feint and dodge drains the cobra's energy, forcing it to expend precious venom and stamina. The lapwing's agility and patience are its greatest weapons, wearing down the serpent with every failed attack. As the cobra tires, its strikes grow slower and less accurate. The lapwing waits for this moment of weakness, knowing that patience is the key to survival. When the snake finally attempts to retreat, the lapwing seizes its chance, dragging the exhausted reptile into the open, and delivering rapid targeted pecks to the head, neutralizing the threat with surgical precision. In these tense encounters, victory belongs not to the strongest, but to the most cunning and resilient. The bird's calculated tactics and unwavering resolve often tip the scales in its favor. Even the smallest birds display astonishing bravery when their nests are threatened. Their survival depends on a blend of aggression, teamwork, and relentless persistence. When a king snake, a powerful constrictor, scales a cactus in search of eggs or chicks, the defending parent launches a furious assault, striking with beak and wing to drive the intruder away. Despite the size difference, the bird's attacks are relentless, It targets the snake's sensitive head and eyes, using speed and surprise to keep the predator off balance. Each peck is delivered with precision, inflicting pain and confusion. The snake, overwhelmed by the onslaught, struggles to maintain its grip on the spiny cactus. Eventually, the relentless defense forces the snake to lose its hold, tumbling to the ground below and retreating in defeat, a testament to the power of determination over brute force. Across the world, these aerial and terrestrial battles reveal the ingenuity and courage of birds. Whether soaring above the waves or defending a nest on the ground, they have evolved a stunning array of hunting and survival strategies, proving that in the eternal contest between serpent and sky, the outcome is never certain, but always extraordinary. Deep within the tangled grasses and sun-baked earth of Africa and Asia, a silent tension often simmers. Two ancient adversaries, the monitor lizard and the cobra, cross paths in a contest shaped by millennia of evolution. Their encounters are not mere chance. Both are drawn to the same hunting grounds, where the promise of prey and the threat of danger are ever present. In these wild landscapes, the monitor lizard stalks with deliberate heavy steps, its tongue flicking to taste the air, while the cobra glides with fluid grace, every muscle coiled with latent power. When their paths intersect, the atmosphere thickens, each reptile reading the other's intent, every movement calculated, every breath measured. The cobra, sensing a threat, unfurls its iconic hood, swaying hypnotically, fangs bared and venom glands primed. Its hiss is a warning, a promise of swift neurotoxic retaliation. The monitor lizard, undeterred, lowers its head and flexes its muscular frame, jaws agape to reveal rows of sharp, crushing teeth. Its skin, armored with bony osteoderms, glints in the sunlight, a living fortress. The battle begins with a slow circling dance. The cobra strikes with lightning speed, aiming for vulnerable flesh, but the lizard's reflexes are honed by countless skirmishes. Each attack is met with a counter, fangs scraping against impenetrable scales, claws raking the earth for traction, tails lashing in warning. The monitor's hide is more than just tough. It is a marvel of natural engineering, layered with osteoderms that absorb and deflect the cobra's fangs. These scales, thick and textured, are a testament to the lizard's evolutionary arms race against venomous adversaries. Beneath the surface, the osteoderms form a lattice of bone, a natural shield that can turn a deadly bite into a glancing blow. This armor, however, is not infallible. A well-placed strike to a softer joint or the neck can still deliver venom deep into the bloodstream. In rare moments, the cobra's fangs find purchase, sinking into a vulnerable spot. The lizard convulses, muscles spasming as venom courses through its veins. In one such encounter, a cobra's bite to the neck left the monitor lizard thrashing in agony, its powerful limbs tearing at the earth in a desperate bid for freedom. The struggle is violent and primal, dust and scales flying, the air thick with the scent of fear and adrenaline. Even if the lizard breaks free, the venom's effects are relentless. Muscles weaken, vision blurs, and the once mighty predator is reduced to a shadow of itself. Sometimes the lizard collapses in the undergrowth, its last breaths a silent testament to the cobra's lethal precision. Yet, not every battle ends in tragedy for the monitor. Its resilience is legendary, and some individuals have been observed surviving bites that would fell lesser creatures. The monitor lizard is not merely a survivor, it is a formidable hunter, capable of turning the tables with explosive aggression. When hunger or territorial instinct takes over, the lizard becomes a relentless force, stalking the cobra with unwavering focus. With a sudden burst of speed, it lunges, jaws snapping shut around the snake's midsection. The lizard's grip is vice-like, and it shakes the cobra with brutal force, aiming to break bones and rupture vital organs. The cobra, dazed and disoriented, struggles to regain its bearings, its strikes growing wild and desperate. Each attempt to retaliate is met with calculated evasion, The monitor's tail whips through the air, a muscular lash that can knock the snake aside or even fracture its ribs. The tail, thick and sinewy, is wielded with surgical precision, striking from a distance that keeps the lizard's vital organs out of reach. A well-placed blow can leave the cobra stunned, its body coiled in pain, unable to mount an effective defense. In these moments, the monitor must decide: press the attack and risk a venomous bite, or withdraw and seek easier prey. Sometimes the lizard's hunger outweighs caution, and it delivers a fatal bite to the cobra's skull, ending the duel in a swift, brutal instant. Other times the risk proves too great and the lizard melts back into the undergrowth, leaving the battered snake to recover. The stakes are highest when a cobra is guarding its nest. Here the snake's aggression is amplified by maternal instinct, and its strikes are fueled by desperation. The cobra lunges repeatedly, each attack a blur of motion, fangs flashing in the dappled light. The monitor, drawn by the scent of eggs, circles the nest with predatory intent, its movements slow and deliberate, testing the snake's defenses. The parent cobra responds with a barrage of strikes, each one aimed to drive the intruder away from its vulnerable clutch. The lizard dodges and weaves, using its tail as both shield and weapon, probing for an opening in the cobra's relentless assault. Each advance is met with a counter, the two reptiles locked in a deadly chess match where a single mistake can mean death. Sometimes, after minutes of tense maneuvering, both combatants pause, sides heaving, eyes locked in mutual respect and wariness. More often than not, the monitor lizard chooses to retreat, the promise of eggs outweighed by the peril of a determined cobra. These confrontations are not just battles, they are the living embodiment of adaptation, strategy, and survival. In the wild, the rivalry between monitor lizard and cobra is a saga of venom versus armor, of cunning versus brute strength, a timeless struggle where every encounter writes a new chapter in the story of life. In the wild, the confrontation between packs of animals and serpents is a testament to the complexity and adaptability of group survival strategies. Unlike solitary duels, these encounters unfold as intricate dramas of coordination, communication, and calculated risk. Imagine a troop of mongooses in the African savanna, their bodies low to the ground, eyes fixed on a massive black mamba coiled beneath a thorn bush. The mongooses fan out in a semicircle, each individual maintaining a precise distance, their movements synchronized through subtle vocalizations and tail signals. One or two dart forward, feinting and snapping at the snake's head, while others circle behind, forcing the serpent to constantly reorient and defend multiple fronts. This relentless, rotating assault exhausts the snake, gradually wearing down its defenses until the pack can deliver a decisive, coordinated attack. The outcome is often the defeat of the snake, a victory that provides both food and safety for the group. In the dense rainforests of Southeast Asia, wild boar families have been observed confronting reticulated pythons. When a python threatens a piglet, the adult boars respond with remarkable unity. They form a protective barrier, tusks outward, and charge in unison, trampling undergrowth and snapping branches. The python, unable to single out a target, is forced to retreat or risk being fatally injured by the combined force of the herd. This display of collective aggression not only saves the vulnerable young, but also reinforces social bonds within the group. Packs of jackals in arid grasslands employ a different tactic when encountering large vipers. Rather than direct assault, they use distraction and harassment. One jackal will approach and provoke the snake, drawing its attention, while others circle and nip at its flanks. This constant pressure prevents the snake from striking effectively, and after a prolonged standoff, the jackals often succeed in driving the serpent away from their territory. Such encounters rarely end in death for the snake, but they demonstrate the effectiveness of non-lethal group tactics in predator deterrence. In South American wetlands, capybara herds have been seen responding to the threat of an anaconda. When the massive snake emerges from the water, the capybaras emit alarm calls, summoning the entire group. Adults position themselves between the snake and the juveniles, while several individuals splash and thrash in the shallows, creating confusion and making it difficult for the anaconda to target a single animal. This organized defense often forces the snake to abandon its ambush, highlighting the ecological impact of group vigilance in reducing predation pressure. Even among birds, coordinated anti-snake tactics are evident. In open woodlands, flocks of crows will mob a tree-climbing python, swooping and pecking in rapid succession. Their relentless attacks disrupt the snake's ascent, sometimes driving it to the ground where it is more vulnerable to terrestrial predators. This behavior not only protects the flock's nests, but also influences the local balance between predator and prey. The ecological consequences of these group confrontations are profound. By collectively resisting or repelling serpents, animal packs can alter the hunting patterns and distribution of snakes within an ecosystem. This, in turn, affects the population dynamics of both predators and prey, shaping the structure of entire communities. These encounters are not merely battles for survival. They are demonstrations of the power of unity, adaptability, and instinctive cooperation. Each species, from mammals to birds to amphibians, brings its own unique tactics to the struggle, ensuring that the contest between pack and serpent remains one of the most compelling spectacles in the natural world. In the intricate tapestry of the wild, snakes have evolved a dazzling array of hunting and survival tactics, each tailored to the unique demands of their environment and the adversaries they face. These strategies are not merely about brute force or venom. They are the result of countless generations of adaptation, innovation, and the relentless pressure to survive. Consider the art of camouflage, a silent war waged in the undergrowth. Many snakes from the leaf-littered forests of Australia to the dense jungles of Southeast Asia have perfected the ability to vanish in plain sight. Their scales mirror the dappled sunlight, the shifting shadows, and the textures of bark and soil, rendering them nearly invisible to both predator and prey. This mastery of disguise is not just for ambush, it is a shield against the ever-watchful eyes of raptors, mammals, and rival reptiles. Yet, some snakes take deception to extraordinary heights. The death adder, for example, is a living paradox, motionless yet deadly active in its cunning. Rather than pursuing its quarry, it transforms its tail into a living lure, the tip pale and worm-like, wriggling with uncanny realism. This subtle mimicry draws in the curious, lizards, birds, even small mammals, who mistake the lure for an easy meal. In a flash, the death adder's strike is unleashed, faster than the blink of an eye, delivering a neurotoxic bite that paralyzes before the prey can react. Here, patience and illusion are as lethal as fangs. In the canopy above, a different drama unfolds. The flying snakes of Southeast Asia, such as those of the genus Chrysopelia, have turned the three-dimensional maze of the rainforest into their hunting ground. When threatened or in pursuit of prey, these snakes launch themselves from high branches, flattening their bodies into a ribbon-like shape. By undulating through the air, they generate lift, gliding with remarkable control and precision. This aerial ballet allows them to traverse gaps between trees, evade ground-based predators, and even surprise arboreal prey. Their glides can span dozens of meters, a feat unmatched by any other snake. The wild is a stage for innovation, and sometimes the contest is not between hunter and hunted, but between two formidable predators. In the swamps of North America, a Burmese python may find itself face-to-face with an American alligator. Here, brute strength is tempered by calculation. Both animals assess the risks, weighing the cost of injury against the uncertain reward of victory. A brief clash may erupt, jaws snapping, coils tightening, but often the outcome is a mutual withdrawal. Each animal, bearing minor wounds, retreats to fight another day, conserving energy and preserving life in a world where a single mistake can be fatal. Adaptation is not limited to offense or defense alone. Some snakes, like the aquatic specialists of South America, have developed the ability to hunt underwater, holding their breath for extended periods and striking at fish with lightning speed. Others, such as the sandbows of arid regions, burrow beneath the surface, ambushing rodents from below and avoiding the scorching heat above. Even the act of retreat is a calculated tactic. When faced with overwhelming odds, snakes may feign death, emit foul-smelling musk, or rapidly vibrate their tails to mimic the warning of a rattlesnake. These behaviors can startle or confuse would-be attackers, buying precious moments to escape. Across continents and ecosystems, the story is the same. Survival belongs not to the strongest, but to the most adaptable. Each snake, whether gliding through the treetops, lurking in the shadows, or weaving through water and sand, is a testament to nature's endless ingenuity. Their adversaries, too, are locked in this evolutionary arms race, developing sharper senses, swifter reflexes, and new strategies of their own. In the end, every encounter, whether a lightning-fast ambush, a silent glide, or a tense standoff, reveals the profound intelligence and adaptability that define life in the wild. The world of snakes is a living laboratory of strategy, where every move is a matter of life and death, and every adaptation is a story written in the language of survival. As our journey through the realm of snake showdowns draws to a close, we find ourselves awestruck by the intricate tapestry of life woven across the wildest corners of our planet. In the sun-scorched deserts, venomous serpents like the sidewinder glide effortlessly over shifting sands, their bodies etching cryptic patterns that vanish with the wind. Here, every grain of sand tells a story of survival, where snakes rely on stealth, speed, and the shimmer of their scales to outwit both predator and prey. In the shadowy swamps, the air hangs thick with humidity and tension. Cottonmouths slip silently beneath the surface, their eyes just above the waterline, while alligators patrol the tangled roots and frogs leap for safety. Here, every movement is a calculated risk, and every encounter is a test of patience and power. We have witnessed the lightning-fast reflexes of a mongoose as it faces down a cobra, the air crackling with anticipation. The mongoose, nimble and daring, circles its foe, reading every flicker of the serpent's tongue, every subtle shift in its coiled body. The cobra, regal and unyielding, spreads its hood in a display of both warning and beauty, a living emblem of danger and grace. High in the canopy, a vigilant bird defends its fragile nest from a relentless constrictor. The snake, a master of patience, weaves silently through the branches, its eyes fixed on the promise of a meal. But the bird, driven by fierce parental instinct, dives with talons bared, turning the leafy boughs into a battleground of courage and cunning. On the forest floor, two rival cobras entwine in a mesmerizing dance of dominance, their bodies ripple with tension, scales catching the dappled sunlight as they wrestle for supremacy. This is not a battle to the death, but a ritual of strength and strategy, where victory is measured in pride and territory. The wild is a showcase of astonishing adaptations. A python's coils tighten with relentless force, each muscle working in perfect harmony to subdue its prey. The cobra, with its neurotoxic venom, delivers a strike so precise that it can halt a heartbeat in seconds. Every encounter is a testament to the evolutionary arms race that has shaped these creatures over millennia. The monitor lizard, clad in armor-like scales, prowls the undergrowth with a flickering tongue that samples the air for hidden scents. Its resilience is legendary, able to withstand venom and claw alike, a living fortress in a world of constant threat. Above the rivers, the sea eagle soars, its keen eyes scanning for the glint of scales below. With a sudden plunge, it snatches a snake from the water's edge, talons closing with surgical precision. The struggle is brief but fierce, a clash of air and earth, feather and scale. Yet not all victories are won with brute force. Some snakes become invisible, melting into their surroundings with astonishing camouflage. The vine snake, slender and green, sways gently among the leaves, indistinguishable from the branches it calls home. Here, deception is the ultimate defense. The death adder, a master of ambush, lies motionless beneath a blanket of leaves. Only the tip of its tail moves, mimicking the wriggle of a worm to lure curious prey within striking distance. In a flash, the trap is sprung, and the forest floor claims another secret. In the cool of the desert night, the fennec fox emerges, ears attuned to the faintest rustle beneath the sand. With a burst of speed, it pounces, unearthing a snake that had hoped to remain unseen. Here, agility and acute senses are the keys to survival. In the dense jungles, flying snakes launch themselves from branch to branch, flattening their bodies to catch the wind. They glide through shafts of sunlight, escaping danger with a grace that defies expectation, turning the forest into a three-dimensional maze of opportunity and peril. Each of these encounters is a thread in the vast web of life. In every ecosystem, from arid plains to lush wetlands, predators and prey shape one another's destinies. The balance is delicate, maintained by countless interactions, some violent, some subtle, all essential. The battles between snakes and their adversaries are not acts of cruelty, but vital exchanges in the cycle of life. Each confrontation ensures that only the most adaptable thrive, driving the evolution of new defenses, new strategies, and new wonders. These struggles ripple outward, shaping entire communities. When a snake controls the population of rodents, it protects the seeds that will become tomorrow's forests. When a predator falls, its absence echoes through the food chain, altering the fate of countless others. Witness the python as it takes on an alligator, a contest of raw strength and endurance. The water churns, reeds bend, and the outcome is never certain. Each moment is a testament to the relentless drive to survive. Or the bobcat, muscles taut, eyes locked on a rattlesnake coiled in warning. The air is thick with tension, every twitch a potential explosion of motion. Here, instinct and experience collide in a silent duel beneath the fading light. Every species, from the smallest beetle to the mightiest predator, is bound together in a web of interdependence. The actions of one ripple through the lives of many, forging connections that sustain the wild world. As dawn breaks over the rainforest and the savanna stirs beneath the moon, the wild world awakens in a symphony of life. Each day brings new dramas, new alliances, and new mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Our planet is a mosaic of breathtaking habitats, from mountain streams where snakes hunt among slippery stones, to coral reefs where sea snakes weave through vibrant gardens, to tundras where life persists against all odds. In the most remote jungles, rare snakes bask on mossy logs, sharing their world with frogs, chameleons, and 1,000 unseen eyes. Every encounter is a story of adaptation, resilience, and the endless dance of life. The dramas that unfold in these wild places are more intricate and thrilling than any tale we could invent. They are stories of risk and reward, of cunning and courage, played out in the shadows and sunlight of the untamed world. By bearing witness to these moments, when hatchlings break free from their shells, when young snakes embark on their first hunt, we glimpse the eternal cycle that sustains the wild. In every corner of the earth, the wonders of the wild world continue to unfold, inviting us to marvel, to learn, and to cherish the intricate beauty of life itself. In the shadowy margins where water meets land, a quieter but equally compelling drama unfolds. The intricate interactions between snakes and amphibians. Here, the rules of engagement are as diverse as the participants themselves. Picture the slender, agile garter snake gliding through marshy grass at dusk. Its tongue flickers, sampling the humid air for the faint scent of frogs. Nearby, a chorus of tree frogs clings to reeds, their skin secreting toxins that tingle on would-be predators' tongues. The garter snake, however, is not deterred. Over generations, it has evolved a resistance to certain amphibian poisons, enabling it to hunt prey that would deter most others. This evolutionary arms race drives both snake and frog to ever more specialized adaptations, one refining its chemical defenses, the other sharpening its tolerance. In rain-soaked forests, the banded crate moves with deliberate caution along the leaf-littered floor. Its presence sends ripples through the community of amphibians. Salamanders freeze, relying on their mottled skin to blend seamlessly with decaying wood. Some, like the red-backed salamander, deploy a remarkable defense, shedding their tails in a writhing distraction, allowing a narrow escape as the snake's jaws snap shut on empty air. Meanwhile, aquatic snakes, such as the northern water snake, patrol the edges of ponds, their eyes just above the surface. They are masters of patience, waiting motionless as tadpoles swarm in the shallows. When the moment is right, a sudden strike scatters the school. Some tadpoles, equipped with burst-speed escapes, evade the predator's reach. Others become a vital meal, fueling the snake's next journey. The relationship is not one-sided. In the tropics, the formidable Asian keelback snake feeds almost exclusively on toxic toads. Rather than succumbing, it has developed specialized enzymes that neutralize the amphibian's potent chemicals. In turn, the presence of these snakes influences where toads choose to breed, subtly shaping the landscape's ecological balance. Elsewhere, the spectacle unfolds above ground. The vine snake, a master of disguise, lies in wait along a branch, its slender form indistinguishable from the twining vines. Below, a group of dart frogs, vibrant and bold, hop across the forest floor. The snake's patience is rewarded when an unwary frog ventures too close. Yet for every successful hunt, countless others slip away, their skin glistening with warning colors, a vivid message understood by predator and prey alike. Each encounter between snake and amphibian is a study in adaptation, of chemical warfare, camouflage, and cunning. These interactions ripple outwards, affecting insect populations, water quality, and even the spread of seeds and spores. In this delicate web, snakes and amphibians play pivotal roles, shaping the ecosystems they inhabit. As dusk deepens and the symphony of croaks and hisses rises, we are reminded that the wild is not merely a stage for battles, but a living laboratory of innovation. Every interaction, predatory, defensive, or competitive, pushes the boundaries of what is possible in the dance of life. Here, in the twilight world of serpents and amphibians, nature's ingenuity is on full display. Across the world's wildest places, snakes have perfected the art of invisibility. They are not just predators, but phantoms, rarely seen until they strike. In the tangled undergrowth of rainforests, the eyelash viper coils motionless on a mossy branch. Its scales mimic the mottled greens and yellows of the leaves, each subtle hue and irregular pattern breaking up its outline. A passing bird, alert for movement, scans the foliage and sees only a twisted vine. The viper waits, undetected, until opportunity flutters within reach. In the arid plains, the horned viper disappears beneath the sand. With delicate, rhythmic motions, it sinks into the grains until only its eyes and nostrils remain. Here, the desert wind erases any trace of its presence. When a lizard approaches, the snake's patience and camouflage turn the open desert into an ambush zone. On the forest floor, the gaboon viper is a master of stillness and deception. Its broad, leaf-shaped head and bark-patterned body blend seamlessly with the carpet of fallen leaves. Even seasoned prey, rodents and birds, pass within inches, oblivious to the danger. The gaboon viper's cryptic coloration, combined with absolute immobility, makes it one of the most successful ambush predators in the animal kingdom. In the wetlands, the banded sea crate glides through a maze of coral and seaweed. Its bold, alternating stripes echo the shifting shadows beneath the waves, masking it from both prey and larger predators. The snake's slow, deliberate movements are synchronized with the sway of water plants, rendering it nearly invisible in its aquatic realm. Some snakes, like the Asian vine snake, take mimicry to the next level. Its elongated, slender body matches the vines it inhabits, not just in color, but in texture and posture. It sways in the breeze, a living extension of the plant itself. Insects and small birds, fooled by this illusion, become easy targets. Stealth is not limited to appearance alone. Many snakes move with extraordinary care, minimizing vibrations and avoiding sudden motions. The black mamba, for example, uses its slender body to slip silently through tall grasses, its scales barely rustling the blades. This silent approach allows it to close in on prey before a single alarm is raised. These strategies are not static. They evolve alongside the habitats and prey species that shape them. From the dense canopies to the open desert, from riverbanks to coral reefs, snakes have adapted their camouflage and stealth to fit every niche. Their survival depends on remaining unseen by predator and prey alike. In the grand tapestry of the wild, snake camouflage is more than a tool for hunting or hiding. It is a testament to evolution's endless creativity, a silent contest of perception and deception played out in every corner of the natural world. Beneath the dense leaf litter and within the cracks of ancient logs, another world unfolds, a microcosm where serpents and arthropods cross paths in a dance shaped by survival and adaptation. While snakes are often seen as hunters of mammals and birds, their interactions with insects and arthropods reveal a hidden layer of ecological complexity. Some species, such as the Brahminy blind snake, have evolved to thrive on a diet almost exclusively composed of ants and termites. These slender, burrowing snakes navigate intricate underground tunnels, following chemical trails left by their prey. Their smooth, glossy scales and pointed snouts allow them to slip effortlessly through tight chambers. Unlike larger predators, they do not rely on vision, but on a finely tuned sense of smell, detecting the faintest traces of ant pheromones. When they enter a nest, they consume ant larvae and eggs, subtly influencing the colony's population dynamics. Elsewhere, the rough green snake demonstrates remarkable agility as it hunts spiders and caterpillars among the branches. Its precise, deliberate movements prevent the web's vibrations from alerting its eight-legged quarry. Once in range, the snake flicks its tongue, gathers chemical cues, and strikes with speed often before the spider can retreat. In this way, snakes help regulate populations of small arthropods, maintaining a delicate balance in the ecosystem. In the humid forests of Southeast Asia, the banded kukri snake exhibits a specialized behavior, raiding the nests of social wasps. With calculated patience, the snake approaches under cover of darkness, using its flattened head to gently dislodge the nest from its perch. It then consumes both larvae and pupae, enduring occasional stings thanks to its tough, resilient scales. This predation not only controls wasp populations but also impacts the distribution of pollinators and pest controllers in the area. Some snakes, like the African egg-eating snake, interact with arthropods in even subtler ways. While the snake's primary diet is bird eggs, it often competes with scavenging beetles and ants at abandoned nests. These indirect interactions shape the timing and success of both reptile and insect foragers, creating a web of ecological connections. Not all encounters are predatory. The scales of certain snakes provide shelter for tiny mites and beetles, forming microhabitats that support miniature communities. These arthropods feed on dead skin and parasites, offering a form of mutual benefit that enhances the snake's health. Even the defensive behaviors of snakes are shaped by arthropod threats. Some species, like the ringneck snake, coil and release a foul-smelling musk when disturbed by ants or centipedes, deterring would-be attackers with chemical warfare. Through these intricate relationships, snakes and arthropods influence each other's evolution and survival. Their interactions ripple across the ecosystem, affecting everything from soil health to the reproductive success of plants and animals. In the unseen world beneath our feet, each encounter writes a new chapter in the story of life's interconnectedness. In the secretive world of snakes, communication rarely involves sound. Instead, serpents rely on a sophisticated array of silent signals, conveying intent, warning rivals, or seeking mates through a language of movement and chemical cues. Body language forms the foundation of these interactions. A snake's posture can reveal its mood and intentions with remarkable clarity. When threatened, a cobra flares its iconic hood, making itself appear larger and more formidable, while a rattlesnake coils tightly and vibrates its tail, sending a clear warning through both sight and sound. Elsewhere, vipers flatten their bodies and adopt an S-shaped curve, poised to strike, a universal signal to back away. Even subtle movements, like tongue flicks or head bobs, transmit information. For instance, sidewinder rattlesnakes engage in ritualized combat dances, looping and twisting in a display of strength and dominance, rarely resulting in actual harm. Chemical signals play an equally vital role. Every flick of a snake's tongue gathers invisible molecules from the air or ground, delivering them to the Jacobson's organ, a specialized sensory structure in the roof of the mouth. Here, pheromones reveal the presence of potential mates, mark territorial boundaries, or signal recent passage of prey or rivals. During breeding season, female snakes leave a trail of pheromones that males follow with uncanny precision, sometimes traveling kilometers to locate a single mate. In some species, males deposit scent marks to ward off competitors or to advertise their readiness to breed. These silent conversations extend even further. Some snakes, like the garter snake, engage in a mating ball where dozens of males compete for a single female, their chemical trails intertwining in a complex web. In other cases, defensive secretions released from specialized glands warn off would-be predators or signal distress to nearby conspecifics. Through posture, motion, and invisible chemical trails, snakes maintain a constant dialogue, shaping their interactions with both rivals and allies. This silent, intricate language allows them to thrive in environments where stealth is survival, and every gesture or scent can mean the difference between life and death. Far from the lush forests and sun-warmed grasslands, a handful of snake species push the limits of survival, navigating worlds where few creatures dare to tread. In these extreme environments, scorched deserts, frozen tundras, and flooded swamps, rare and astonishing confrontations unfold, each shaped by the relentless demands of their habitats. In the arid heart of the Namib Desert, two horned adders meet at dusk amid shifting dunes. Sand hisses beneath their bodies as they sidewind in mirrored patterns, each vying for a precious sliver of shade beneath a lonely acacia. Their confrontation is a silent ballet of intimidation, bodies arching, scales rasping, eyes unblinking. Here, the victor claims not just territory, but a lifeline in a world where every shadow counts. Thousands of kilometers away, in the icy reaches of the Russian steppe, the elusive steppe viper emerges from a snow-laced burrow. Food is scarce, and competition fierce. A rare encounter with a hungry stoat sets the stage for a desperate struggle. The viper coils defensively, striking with precision as the stoat darts and feints. In this frigid arena, speed and venom are the only currency, survival measured in fractions of a second. Deep within the Amazon's flooded forest, the green anaconda faces an unexpected challenger. A caiman, drawn by the scent of prey, glides through the murky water. The anaconda, nearly invisible beneath floating debris, launches a sudden ambush. What follows is a titanic underwater grapple. Muscle against muscle, scales against armored hide. Bubbles rise as they twist and thrash, each seeking advantage in the slow, suffocating battle. Sometimes neither emerges victorious, both retreating into the green gloom, wounded but alive. On volcanic slopes in Indonesia, the banded crate slithers across fields of cooling lava, where heat and toxic gases create a hostile realm. Here, it encounters a reticulated python, both drawn to a rare rodent carcass. The python's immense size is countered by the crate's lethal venom. The confrontation is brief but electrifying, an exchange of strikes and feints, each snake respecting the other's deadly arsenal. In the end, survival dictates retreat, and the carcass is left to scavengers. Each of these rare confrontations is a testament to the adaptability and tenacity of snakes. In lands of fire and ice, flood and famine, their battles are etched into the fabric of the wild, fleeting, fierce, and seldom witnessed. These moments reveal the true extremes of serpent survival, where every encounter is a gamble and only the most ingenious or resilient endure.